Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne at hullahbaloo.com. Thank you for watching me today. And today's project is this one. This is an origami box using a full sheet of 6x6 design, of 12x12, my apologies, designer series paper. And the only glue on this is what is holding these gorgeous die cuts on the front. Look at those. Absolutely beautiful. Please ignore my bow. Yeah, fail. Massive fail. We'll try again, shall we? So this paper is from the Paper Blooms 12x12 that you can earn free as part of celebration, which is ongoing until the 28th of February. I will be using a different one today, and I'm going with more of a seaside spray. So here's today's sheet, but first we're going to do the die cutting. So let me show you these are gorgeous. So these are the Pierced Blooms dies, and if I bring one up close you'll see exactly what I mean by just how gorgeous they are. They pierce and then they cut the shape at the same time. So this one here creates this shape here, and I think you'll admit it's gorgeous. It comes with the inners, the leaves, the mini flowers, everything. So we're going to cut these first because they will take a little bit of time to do. So we'll have one of those in Old Olive and one of those. I need this shape, so this makes a gorgeous little thing for sentiments. I've got some, so Old Olive, I've got Rococo Rose where I want some little flowers and I want my flower centres. I've got Soft Sea Foam, which I'll use those once we're done. I've got Peace Night and Navy, in which I want some of those and one of those. I've got Seaside Spray, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go with that. Do you know, I will go with that instead of Petal Pink. So we'll go with, we'll swap that to that, and we'll put the larger flower heads on here. Yeah, that's what we will do. Okay, so I'm going to grab my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, not the mini, otherwise I'll be here forever showing you what I'm doing. I'm just going to trim a few of these pieces down so that they'll all fit on the die cut at once. There we go. Okay, so this is the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is quite large, and I've got to try and work out where I'm going to put this so you can see it all. There, looks like a good spot. So when you first buy the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you get plate number 1 and you get plate number 2, which is a die adapter. You then get some cutting plates. For some reason I've got 3 here, I only need 2. So you have 1 cutting plate on the base, and this is where we're then going to add all our die cuts that we've worked out. So we'll pop these on like so. Fit as many on in one go, and then we'll roll these through and I'll show you just how gorgeous they are. There we go. Night of Navy doesn't need to be that big, so we'll give that a trim. Ooh, and then we'll throw our dies around, and knowing me, we'll lose them. And then, is there any others? Yes, there's just this white one. So we'll trim that too. And pop that on the end there. We will have to go back through just for some Soft Sea Foam, but look at how many it's fit on in one go. And then we'll run that through. And then hold And then I'm going slow so I don't shake the camera too much, but you can go faster than this. As you see, if I do go too fast, I start sliding everywhere because my table's not quite prepared for this. Right, so we'll slide all those off. I'm just going to put them to the side here. And we'll look at those in a moment. She says they're not coming off. There we go. Come off. There we go. And then we'll do those last soft seafoam ones that we want to do. So let's see. This one and this one. And then we can crack on with bringing it all together. There we go. Pop those over there with the others. Try and peel this off without breaking it. There we go. Right, so we'll pop these away. And then look at the storage on this. Pop the sides up and it's ready to be put away. Right, okay, so let's bring in what we've just done. So I've got my die mat where I'm just going to pop back up here so that as we pull them apart, we can pop my dies back on. There we go. So there we go. Look at that. Look at that. How gorgeous are they? So we've got 2 of those in soft seafoam. We've got 2 in old olive as well, which are over here. Seaside spray flowers. So there's one. And there's the other one. We've got our 2 Rococo Rose mini flowers. There's the big flower die, so we'll pop them back on their mat. The centres and the mini flowers. And then we've got some leaves. So we've got leaves in Night of Navy. Oh, there we go. And then the centres for those flowers. And the bit for our sentiment. So I'm just going to bring the sentiment together, the centres, sorry, onto the flowers. Right, so glue dots are the best for this. Put my dies over there before I forget. Okay, glue dots. Pop the centres. Make sure, I mean, there isn't really a right or a wrong, but you can see which way the holes were pierced through. So them on the top. We'll bring our flowers and then pop them in the middle. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those into the top corner while we stamp our sentiment. So the stamp set is called In Bloom. It bundles together with the pierced bloom dies for the In Bloom bundle. It's a mouthful, isn't it? And you'll get 10% off the bundle if you purchase them together. So this is photopolymer and it also has 21 stamps in it, as you can see. You can build up flowers in stamps rather than in dies if you choose. I'm going with this sentiment here which says, "You mean so much to me." Or am I? No, I'm going to go with "You are amazing." Where's "You are amazing"? It's here. You are amazing. So we'll go with that one. Okay, and block. What am I going to put this on? I'm going to go on a D block, I think. Because I like to see the whole shape underneath so that I know where I'm putting the stamp itself. We're going to go with matching Seaside Spray ink as the paper and the main flowers are that colour. We're going to go straight in the centre there. Take that off. There we go. Beautiful. And then the only other thing I'm going to do on the sentiment itself is add some of these. Now these are from the Hydrangea suite, but they do have a Seaside Spray colour on there. So we're going to pop 3 of these on. So I'll do the middle one first, and then 1 on each side of that. And that is ready to be stuck onto our project. So we'll pop that to one side with the die cuts that we've already done. And pop those out of the way. Right, okay. So now we've done all our prep, we can bring in the piece itself. 12 by 12 full sheet. Isn't this design absolutely gorgeous? It'll almost be a shame to, in fact, move those out of the way. It'll be a shame to do anything with it. The other side, just as gorgeous. I could have gone with either, but I wanted to go with Seaside Spray. So we'll bring in our scoreboard. And then you need to pick whether it's a directional paper or not. If it's directional, put it in the right way up on this side. And then we're going to score this at 3 and at 9. And then we're going to rotate and we're going to score at 4.5 and 7.5. And they're the only score lines we do. The rest will be us manipulating the paper. Okay, so let's get these burnished. Where's my bottom folder? There we go. So we'll get those burnished. And then these ones as well. So the beginning of this box, well, I say box, it's more of a bag, but the beginnings of this come together very similar to a project that I did only a week or so ago, where I used the field and flower paper instead. Okay, so what we want to do here is you've got your score lines and you've got these two, which is where the first part of the bag comes together. What we want to do is this score line here needs to meet this line here. So we pop our finger in there. In fact, I usually pop my bone folder in to keep the corner nice and sharp. And we bend it over to there. When it meets, give it a press and then give it a burnish. And then we'll do the same here. So this line here, so we're burnishing that across to there. Give it a press. And then we've got those two. Turn it round and do it again. So this one wants to come down here, line it up to the side there, press inside and then burnish inside. And then this one here, bring it up and over, line it up to this side here and burnish. And there we go. You've then got where you bring this up and this up. Now at this point, I had realised in my measurements that I'd gone wrong. I could have gone like that and had it stick out, but that's not what I wanted. So instead, when I got to this stage, this piece here, I don't know how easy it is to show this, but this piece here that's left, I folded inside. So I just folded it over into itself, like so, and then did my bottom folder. So this will probably show easier on this side here. So this is the leftover piece if we fold that flat. So if you flatten that down, you've got your line there where it's where the inside is. We're then going to just fold this inside, just literally fold it over itself, make sure it's straight, and then burnish. So then they're tucked in like so. But then I didn't like that either, so I poked in the middle here. You've got to make sure these bits are flattened. You can glue them if you choose. Poke those in, keep them flat to the sides, and just bring these sides over to one another like so. So as you bring them over, give them a pinch on each side. That way the paper knows who's boss, and bring them there. I then just reinforce these sides because the paper wants to argue a little bit with you at this point. And there we are. That is how it's going to end. And I think that looks gorgeous. I think I'd prefer that side. So what we're going to do to keep it together is we're going to use a hole punch, and we're going to punch one side first, then the other. You want to push it in and see where, if you're looking just over the top, you can see where the paper creases in. You of course don't want to punch there, you want to punch just inside of that, but you punch one side first and then the other. So we'll go that side first, not too far in, but not too close to the top either, like so. So then you've got somewhere to feed your bow. And do the same on the other side. Bring it together, find out where that meets, and then punch. So now we've got 2 holes here, but we've got none on the back. So you just want to line the paper up and go back through the hole that you've just done so that you can grab the other side. So there's one. And then we'll do this one. Pop that through to the other side. There we go. Pop that back out of the way. We don't need that anymore. So there we go. We've got 2 holes there. We've got 2 holes there. Decide which is going to be your front, and then you need your ribbon. So I have got matching scalloped linen ribbon. So on this matches the one I used on the first one, just in their corresponding colours. So this is Seaside Spray. I'm just going to cut the ribbon into quite a point because it needs to feed through these holes. And then you just feed from the front, which is going to be my front. Yeah, that's going to be my front. Feed it through from the front, like so. It will make, if you're using the same ribbon as me, it will make quite a noise because it's a rough textured ribbon. Just don't worry, as long as you're being careful, it will be fine. So then out through the back, like so. And then feed some more through. And then back in through the back. And then out through the front. And then we want to finish off with a nice ribbon. Not like the one I did on the first one, where I hurriedly put it back together for the video. There we go. Right. Get any twists and turns out of it that you might have introduced. Like so. And then you can tie the ribbon itself. Tie the ribbon. I said that in another video. It's tie the bow. You're tying a bow. tie the bow. It's not a ribbon, it's a bow. And then see if we can get this tidied up. No, that one's not having it. Let's go again. Let's do one of my upside down bows. And what you can't see here is I am actually just using my chest to hold this whilst I feed it through. That looks better. Oh yes, much better. Much better. Oh, in fact, I'm so happy with that one compared to the first one. Trim that off. Look at that. Can we just have some appreciation for that bow? Just in the comments. Go for the bow. Not the project, just the bow. Beautiful. Right, we've already got our die cut pieces for this as well. So the first one I want to go with, sentiment straight in the middle there, and we're going to pop it up on dimensionals. Just one on each side will do. And straight into the middle there, like so. And then I am literally going to mimic what I did on this one. The big flowers that we've got, these will have a dimensional under each. These will use glue dots because I don't want them popping up for one, and I just want them sitting behind the sentiment. So we'll literally pop the leaves onto the die, onto the pop that upside down just while I get these ready. So another one, just pop a glue dot on. Same with the soft sea foam ones, just pop a glue dot on the bottom leaves, so we've got something to anchor it on the box. And then these flowers can have one each. And then the leaf, oh, that didn't grab one. And the little sprayer leaves. Okay, that's them all glue dotted up. So what I did on the other box was I slid these in behind. I did one there. Let's just move my ribbon out of the way. Did my other one there, like so. And then I did my big flower. I also did a leaf. Let's do a leaf. We'll put that there. And the big flower. I'm just slightly bending the petals to give it a bit of dimension. And then we'll pop them there. Love it. I'm going to pop one of these little flowers just next to it. And then the same on the other side. So, seaside spray. Soft sea foam, sorry. And the old olive. We're going to pop a bit of night and navy in there, if it'll go in. There. Pop my little flower down here at the bottom, and then this bigger flower can go up here. And there we go. I love that blue one. I love the seaside. I don't know if it's just because Seaside Spray's got such a much better ribbon. See if we can fix this one. I always feel bad when I've addressed one and not the other. So let's get it sorted. So upside down bow, we'll thread through. We'll get our bunny ears. This one's going to be a smaller one because I I went for the smaller bow look on this first one. Should have gone for the bigger bow look like on the second one. Is that fastening? It's really not. Anyway, you get the point. They look nice either way. That will have to do. There we go. So, which do you prefer? Bows aside, Cocoa Rose, Seaside Spray. I hope you enjoy both of them. If you're interested in the products that I've used in this, please pop over to my website, hullahbaloo.com, and hit the shop button. All the products will be on there. If you go into the description bar below, you can go straight into the blog post, which details exactly what I've used on this. And of course, if you've liked my video, please hit subscribe below and hit that notification bell so that you get to see every time I release a new video. And I will see you next time. I hope to speak to you soon. Bye bye.